So the diameters of the metal pin produced by a particular machine X millimeter follow normal distribution with mean 8 and a standard deviation 0.2. Express the information in the form of normal distribution. So now how to write this in mathematical form? So here, what is X here? The diameter of a metal pin. It follows normal distribution. So I will write like this. So X follows normal distribution. Clear? Now I will write mean and the variance. That's how it's represented. How much is the mean here? 8. And how much is the variance? Is 0.2 square. Clear? Because the standard deviation is 0.2. So the variance will be 0.2 square. Is it clear, Baba? Clear? So now if I just represent this thing into normal distribution curve. So this is my normal distribution curve. So the mean is 8 here. Clear? We know the total area is how much? 1. And area represents what? Probability. Clear, Baba? Okay. And how much is the standard deviation? 0.2. Then, Baba? How much is the standard deviation? 0.2. So this is 8.2. This will be how much on the left side? I'm just adding one standard deviation. So that will be 8.2, isn't it? So how much will be this one? 7.8. This is one standard deviation away from the mean. Clear, Baba? So this is my point. This is my another point. Now let's do some math. Number 2. It says probability of X is more than 8. So how much will be the probability? X is more than 8. That means how much? This part. So the answer is 0.5 or 50%. Clear? Clear? Number 3. It says find out the probability between 7.8 to 8.2. As we have seen earlier, that this 7.8 and 8.2, it is within the range of one standard deviation, isn't it? So how much area will it contain? 68.3%. Then, so it will be 68.3%. Is it clear, Baba?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, what if for the second question, X is equal to or greater than 8?
It doesn't matter. In normal distribution curve, it doesn't matter. It can be equal, it can be less than, it's okay. Clear? Okay. So next, ready. Okay, so we have seen in the last math, what was the mean? How much was the mean? 8. And how much was the standard deviation? How much was the standard deviation number 1? 0.2. But the mathematicians of statistics, they made our life easier. They did the calculations of finding the probability. But for that, we have to convert our normal distribution curve to a standard normal distribution curve. Something which is a standard. That means in the previous math, the mean was 8 and the standard deviation was 0.2. For a standard normal distribution, we represent this as Z. The random variable is represented by Z. Z follows the normal distribution. So this is our standard normal distribution. So we write like this. First mean, then variance. Tana Baba. So for a standard normal distribution, the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. Clear? The mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So this is known as louder. Okay, the thing is like, let's say we did the calculation when in the question number 1, probability of X is more than 8. And that was just 0.5. And we did the calculation probability of X, which is more than 7.8 and less than 8.2. We know that is 68.3. But if suppose the probability is less than or more than 7.9, what would be the case? We don't know. So to calculate the probability or to calculate the area under curve, the statistician, they made our life easier by finding the probabilities. Clear? So they already found the probabilities. Now, for that, we have to use the standard normal distribution, where we have to consider the mean as 0 and the standard deviation is 1. So this is our standard normal distribution curve. Clear? Simple thing, same thing. Just where the mean is 0 and the standard deviation is 1. Clear, Baba? Now, so in our normal distribution curve, when we say probability of Z is less than A, that means we are calculating from the negative infinity up to A. Clear? This much area you have to consider. No, it's not touching the x-axis. It's a drawing fault, but it's not touching the x-axis. It will never touch the x-axis. Clear? So when you are considering, when you are saying Z is less than A, what does it mean? From the negative infinity to A. Clear? And that is considered as phi of A. Phi of A. Clear? Okay, now suppose if I say probability of Z is less than 2. So what should I write then? Phi of 2. Clear, Baba? So if I say probability of Z is less than -1, so what should I write? Phi of -1. Phi of -1. Clear? So if I say probability of Z is less than 3, it means phi of 3. Clear? The area represents what in normal distribution curve? It represents the probability. The area. So now you can see that on the first page, you have a table given. So can you go back to the first page? Now the probability is given. That means the area is given in this table. Maybe you will not understand many things. It's okay. Clear? So in our table, the probability up to a certain point is given from negative infinity. Clear, Baba? Now, how to calculate this probability? Listen. Suppose if I say, so now we are calculating probability of Z is less than 1.02. That means what I have to find? I have to find phi 1.02. Clear? So now, so 1.02, Z is 1.02. Here, this is all about the first decimal place. Write it down. First DP. In the second, so here it is the second DP, the second decimal place. And this is for the third decimal place. Nine. Okay. So now you are trying to find 1.02. So dekho baba. So this is about first decimal place. So in our first decimal, what we have? 1.0, isn't it? So let's go to 1.0. So this is my 1.0. Clear? So this is all about the probability, the area. Clear? So 1.0. Now we have to go to 2. So this is 1.0 and this is 2. So this is my probability. Clear? Again. So now we are trying to find the probability of phi of 1.02. So first go to 1.0. So this is my 1.0. And what's the second decimal place? 2. So this is my 2. Clear? So the intersection will be the answer. So intersection will be the probability. Clear, Baba? So the answer is what? 0.8461. Is it clear? So the answer will be, so phi of 1.02, that is 0.8461. Yes, Baba? Okay, we'll go for it. Just have patience. Clear? Have you understood? Okay, next. Clear? Okay. Suppose if I say, probability of Z is less than 2.50 or 2.20. Can you find the value? 2.20. Z is less than 2.20 means what? Phi 2.20. So what will be the answer? First go to 2.2, then on the second decimal place go to 0. So what will be the answer, Bolo? 0.9861, isn't it? So this is my 2.2 and this is my 0. So this is my answer, 0.9861. Is it okay, Baba? Clear? So 0.9861. Okay, now, if I say, let's say, probability of Z is less than 1.35. That means phi 1.35. So what's the value of phi 1.35? Can anyone tell me using the table? Phi 1.35. Huh? Louder? 0.9115. Okay. Anyone from the online? Chongyong?
Yes, sir.
So what's the value?
0.9115.
Yes. So we are trying to find the probability of 1.35. So now first I will go to 1.3 and this is 5. So 0.9115, isn't it? So the probability is 0.9115. Now, if there is a third decimal place, now in the table it says we're gonna add the probability. Add. Let's say, suppose we want to find the probability of 1.234. Let's find the probability of Z that is less than 1.234. We have a third decimal place. That means we have to find phi 1.234. Here, the less than is always represented as phi. Clear? The less than area is always represented as phi. So now we have to find 1.234. So this is my 1.2. This one is my 3. So the intersection is 0.8907. Is it okay, Baba? Clear? This is 0.8907. So the answer is 0.8907. So now we have to go for the third decimal place, that is 4. So for the third decimal, which is 4, this is my 4. Clear? So try to get the intersection. So now we have to add 7. Clear? So how we are going to add? Plus 0.0007. So this is my probability. Clear, Huzaifa? Huh? 4 decimal place কোথায় হলো? This is the, isn't it? This is the 3 decimal, third decimal place. Clear, Baba? We have to add 7. Clear? 0.007. 0007. So what's the answer? 0. Sorry. 0. What's the value? 8914. That's my answer. Is it okay, Baba? Is it tough? No, it's easy. Clear? Myra? What's the answer? Okay, so use pencil, don't use pen on the table. Clear? Next. Now suppose if I say probability of Z is less than 1.241. Can you find the value? So are you doing by using table? Yes. Okay. So 1.241. 1.241. So let's go to 1.2 first. Then go to 4. So this is my So the value will be 0.8925 plus 241 bulls. So we have said 1. So we have to add these 2. Clear, Baba? So now just add it 0.0002. So that's basically 0.8927. Clear? Is it okay? Now, so if I tell you to find the probability of Z is less than 0.443. Can you find the area or the probability? 0.443. 0.443. The online students can write the answer in the chat box. This is the easiest chapter in S1. The easiest. Because just you have to do some calculation on the table. That's no, this will be given to you. Yes, sir. Do you think you'll be able to memorize this? Yes. Yeah, this will be given. This will be given. Huh? Oh, no problem. You have F19, AMF19 formula booklet. It will be given to your in your exam hall. So what's the answer? Okay, so 0.6711. Mashallah, everyone's. Younging, you made a mistake. Why? Okay, 0.443. So let's find 0.4 first. So this is my 0.4. Then this is my 4. And then this is my 3. So 0.6700 plus 0.0011. 0.6711. That's all. Isn't it easy? Super easy. Next. No, Baba, Taposha, it will be like this. 0.0011, not 00011. Clear, Taposha? Okay, next. Now, so using our table, we'll try to find the probabilities of certain values. Clear? So, probability of Z is less than 1.241. So, Z, always remember, less than means phi. Clear? So, phi of 1.241. So, you have to find the area of up to 1.241. Is it clear, Baba? No, it will not be phi at that time. We'll see it different. I will see it better. Okay, so my first question was 1.241. So 1.241. So that will be 0.8927. We have found it already some minutes before. Then, so that is 0.8927. Done. Next, number B. Probability of Z is less than 1.055. What does it mean? It means phi 1.055. So Samara, what's your area? Phi of 1.055. Samara, louder. 0.8543. Okay, so 1.055. 1.055. So 1.0, let's go to 1.0 first. 1.05. So this is my 5. And this is also 5. So the value is 0.8531 plus 0.0012. It is 3, 4, 0.85. So that's the answer. Is it okay, Baba? So 0.8543. Now, next one, number C. Probability of Z is more than 2.07. Barbara, listen. In the table, you have an area from minus infinity to a certain value. Clear? Now, the question says probability of more than 2.07. So we know, listen, Baba, we know this is my probability distribution curve, and at the midpoint, the mean is 0. Clear, Baba? So more than 2.07, that means this is my 2.07. That means we have to find this area. But in table, we don't have this area. What area we have in table? we have this area. Tana? So how to find the black area? This one. Clear? Because we know in the normal distribution curve, the total area is 1. So what we can do, we can write 1 minus phi of 2.07. Clear? Mahira? So 1 minus phi of 2.07. Gio, did you understand, Baba? Numair? Okay. So what's the answer? 1 minus phi of 2.07? 1 minus pi of 2.07. So let's find the 2.07 first. So this is my 2.0 and this is my 7. Zero 0.9808. So 1 minus 0.9808. So 0.0192. Who can do it fast? Number F. Probability of Z is more than 0. What about the area?
0.5.
0.5. That would be only 0.5 because the normal distribution table in the middle line you have 0. The standard normal distribution table. Clear? The standard normal distribution table we have a 0 in the middle line. So the probability of Z is more than 0. That means this much area. So that will be just 0.5. Okay, next. Number G. It says probability of Z is more than 1.303, less than 1.894. So suppose if we draw a normal distribution curve, in the middle line we have a 0. This is, let's say this point is 1.303. And let's say this point is 1.894. Clear? So we have to find this area. So if I ask Huzaifa, how to find this area?
0.5. 0.5 minus 1.303.
1.303. Okay, Faizan?
So over here, these are other
Alada. How?
1 minus 5. When we get it down.
Okay. So if I ask Numair, how to calculate this area?
You find the normal distribution of 1.30.
Louder, Baba. I can't hear.
Find the values of 1.303, 1.894, and then minus it.
Yes. Okay. We can find like this. If we calculate the total area from negative infinity to 1.894, that means phi 1.894. Clear? Then if we subtract the area up to this, that is phi of 1.303. Then this area will be there.
So I will.
Okay. So you have to find this area. Can you do like this? This is equals to first, if we find the area up to this, up to 1.894, that is phi of 1.894. Clear? Then if we subtract the area up to this, clear? That means phi of 1.303. We will get our desired area. You understand? That's basically phi of 1.894 subtracted from phi of subtracted with phi of 1.303. Clear? Now find the area. 1.894 minus phi of 1.894 minus phi of 1.303. Hofyong, did you get that? Do you understand, Baba? Hofyong? Okay, how much is the area?
0.0672.
Yes, 0.0672. Let's say this one. Number H. Let's do number H. So we have to find the probability from minus 2.80 to minus 2.1 minus 1.63. So let's say this is my now standard normal distribution curve. This is my 0. This one will be minus 1.63 and this is minus 2.80. So we have to find this area. But how to find this area? We don't have any negative value in the table. Clear? But as I said earlier, the normal distribution curve will be a symmetrical curve. That means if we have a value on the x-axis minus 1.63, we have the same value on the x-axis 1.63. Clear? So if we do like this, so let's say this value is 1.63 and this value is 2.80. So if we find this area and these two area will be equal, isn't it? Because this is a fully symmetrical curve. Clear? Though it has a negative x values, but I can turn into positive, then I can do the calculation. Why? Because we don't have negative values in the table. Clear? So now what we can do, we can apply phi 2.80 minus phi 1.63. So what's the answer? It doesn't matter because we are calculating the area. We are trying to get the area. So it's okay. 0.048. What about others? Yonging, kindly tell me the answer.
0.049.
Okay. Okay, what's the answer? Samiha, what's the answer? Ratiko, do it. Huzaifa, do you have any problem understanding this part? So first find the value area up to 2.80, then subtract the area up to 1.63. So what's the answer? 0.049. In 3 significant 0.049. 2.80. What's the area of up to 2.80? 2.80 means 2.80. This is my area. 0.9974. Subtracted from by 1.63. 1.63. Clear? 1.63. 0.9484. So minus 0.9484. So 0.9974 minus 0.9484. So that's the area is 0.049. Is it okay, Baba? Clear? So the area is 0.049. Shh. Elijah, don't talk about it. It is two significant figures. It is two significant figures. Clear? Because we are not getting a much value. So that's why we are keeping our answer like this. Clear? Okay, next. Ready. Last part.